Come into a comfortable seated position. If you want to put blocks underneath your knees, you can certainly do that. And then just bring your hands to your knees. And close your eyes. And let your sitting bones descend. Lengthen through the sides of your waist. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. And then reach the crown of your head towards the ceiling. And begin to follow your breath. Draw the breath from the very base of your spine, up into the belly, your ribs, and your chest, all the way to the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, exhale from the crown of the head down to the base of the spine. Inhale and exhale completely, and drawing the breath deeper and deeper each time. Imagine the front of the body expanding, creating space both front to back and side to side. And as you exhale, imagine again the body coming in towards its center. Inhale, expand the body, create space, and then exhale. And take a few more breaths. For pranayama today, we'll do a little alternate nostril breathing. So take the index finger and the middle finger of your right hand and bring it just to the bridge of your nose. And then take your ring finger and your pinky finger to your left nostril and block the left nostril. Inhale through the right. Block the right side with your thumb and exhale through the left. Inhale through the left side. Block and hold, and exhale right. Inhale right. Block and hold. Exhale left. And take a few more rounds of alternate nostril breathing at your own pace. And when you finish, bring your hand to your knee. And just let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And then just slowly open your eyes. Bring your awareness back to your breath. And then with your hands at your knees, with your exhale, Lower your chin towards your chest. And keep your chin tucked in towards your chest. Roll your left ear to your left shoulder. And gently press away with your right hand. We have a new student here. Her name's Jersey. And then come back to the center. And roll your right ear to your right shoulder and reach away with your left hand. And then come back to the center. Bring your chin back parallel to the floor and turn your head to the right. Come back to the middle and turn your head left. Come back through center, turn your head to the right. And back through the center, turn your head left. And then come back to the center, take your arms out in front of you, open and close your hands. And then tuck your thumbs underneath your fingers, make a loose fist and make circles with your wrists. And pause and go the other way. And pause. And then flip your palms up towards me and point them down. And palms up and point the fingers down and just wave your hands up and down a couple of times. Bring your palms together. Interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. Reach your fingertips away. And then turn your palms out towards turn your palms away. Bend your elbows into your chest. Reach your arms up. Bend your elbows in. Press your hands away. Bend your elbows in. Reach your arms up. And bend your elbows in. Press your hands away. And then turn the hands again. Release the interlace of your fingers. Wiggle them. And shake out your hands. And then just pause for a moment. We have someone else who wants to come into the meeting, so let me just, into the class. Let me just get that person. All right, there we go. Okay. Inhale, reach your arms up. Turn your palms, exhale and release. Inhale, reach up. Turn your palms, exhale and release. Inhale, reach your arms up. Turn your palms, exhale and release. Reach up with your left arm. Walk out to the right and reach and stretch. And then come back up. Reach up with your right arm. Walk the left hand out and reach and stretch to the left. Bring both arms up. Turn your palms. Exhale and release. Roll your shoulders. And then reverse. Inhale your shoulders up. Exhale with a hop. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Reach up with your left arm. Walk out to the right. Sweep your left arm down and around in front, and then bring your right arm up next to your ear. Curl your ribs towards the floor. Inhale and open. Curl the ribs. And then inhale, open up. And one more time, curl your ribs. And then inhale, come all the way up. Reach up with your left arm. Walk your hand out. Reach and stretch. Curl your ribs towards the floor. Inhale, open your heart. And curl your ribs. And inhale, open up. And one more time, curl your ribs. And then come all the way back up. Take your left hand to your right knee and take your right hand behind you. Press into the floor. Soften your lower back and draw your navel into your spine. And then with your exhalation, twist ribs, chest, and shoulders. Relax your left shoulder. Come back to the middle. Take your right hand to the left knee, left hand behind you. Press into the floor to lengthen. Draw the navel in, soften your lower back, and then twist ribs, chest, and shoulders. Come back to the middle, bring your hands to your knees and round your back. Lift your chest, round your back, lift your chest, and round your back. And lift your chest. And then take your legs out in front of you. I'm going to sit up on my very favorite pink towel. You remember the story from Friday, or from Thursday rather. And take your legs out in front of you and just scrunch your toes and spread them wide. And scrunch and spread, and scrunch and spread. And then point and flex your feet. Make circles with your ankles. And pause, and then go the other way. And then bring your big toes together. You can lean back a little bit for this one to help when you rotate your legs out. And then bring your pinky toes to the floor. And then just windshield wipe your feet in and out. And slide your heels, tap the backs of your legs. And then come to sit in Dandasana. And then hinge forward at your hip, at the root of your hips. Bring your hands to your shins. Press into your shins, lift up your chest. And walk yourself back. Tap your knees. And one more time, come into Dandasana. And then hinge forward. Take your thumbs, bring your thumbs to your hip creases. Press into the hip creases to release your hip flexors. And then lead with your heart and come forward. And then bring your hands to your shins again. Press into your legs, lift up your chest. And then walk yourself back up, tap your knees. Hold on behind your right knee and bring your right foot into your left thigh and turn towards your left leg. And then walk yourself forward. And walk yourself up. Turn towards your bent knee. And then turn towards your straight leg. Come back to the center. Take the right leg and cross it over the left. And then take your left arm, wrap it around your shin, or you can just hold on to your knee if your elbow doesn't reach all the way around. And then take your right hand behind you, hug your thigh into your chest, and twist. Come back to the center, tap your knees, and then hold on behind your left leg and bring your left foot into your right thigh. Walk yourself forward. And then walk yourself back up. Twist towards your bent knee. And twist towards your straight leg. Come back to the center. Take the left leg, cross it over the right. Wrap your right arm around the front of your left shin. And then take your hand behind you, your right hand, left hand behind you. Press into the floor and twist. Come back to the center. Take your legs in front of you, tap your knees. And then bring the soles of your feet together. And bring your heels as close to the center of your body as you can. Hold on to your ankles, lift up your chest. And then walk your feet out about a couple of inches away from the center line of your body. And then bring your elbows to your inner thighs. Bring your hands, you can leave them at your ankles or you can just rest them on your feet. And put a little pressure on your inner thighs as you lean forward. This just helps to open up the groin. Come back to the center and bring your feet out in front of you, bend your knees, hands to the tops of your knees, and round your back. Lift your chest, round your back, lift your chest, and round your back. Lift your chest. And then let's come on to hands and knees. So remember, it'd be a good idea to have whatever you're using for weights close by to the top of your mat. And if you have blocks or you're using books, have them at the top of your mat as well. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. And let's start by taking the right leg out behind us. Rock your toes. And press your heel to the back wall. Lift your right leg up, cross it over the left. Press your toes into the floor, lift your right leg up, your right thigh up, and look out over your left shoulder. And then come back to the center, take your left leg out behind you, rock your toes. Press your heel towards the wall behind you. And then lift up your left leg, cross it over the right, press your toes into the floor and lift your thigh up towards the ceiling, and then turn your head and shoulders towards the right. Come back to center, press your hands into the floor, round your back, let your head drop down towards the floor. And then inhale, lift your heart forward. And then round your back, lift your chest, and round your back. And lift your chest. Take your right arm and left leg up. Keep your gaze at the mat and reach the arm and leg away from one another. Draw your navel up into your spine. And then release. Reach your left arm and right leg away. And release. Right arm, left leg. And release. And left arm, right leg. And release. Bring your big toes together, separate your knees. Press your hips back for extended child's pose. And then slowly come back up to table and take your left foot and step forward with your left foot. Lean forward and take hold of your weights. And we're going to start with a few side raises. I'm going to turn this way. So we're going to start with a few side raises. So inhale, lift, 1 and lower, 2 and lower, 3 and lower, 4 and lower, 5 and lower, 6 and lower, 7 and lower, 8 and lower, 9 and lower, 10 and lower. Remember that you can do as many reps as you like, or you can, if 10 are too many for you, then you can stop at 8 and just pause for a moment. Step your right foot forward. We'll do a few more reverse flies. So hinge forward slightly. And here we go. Don't lift your weights higher than your shoulders. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, 4, and lower. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then you can place your weights down for now. Step your left foot forward again. Scoot your right leg back a little bit. And then inhale up for crescent lunge. Remember, you can bring your hand to your thigh first if you want, or just go straight up all the way. As you reach your fingertips up, lift up through your back ribs. And then bring your hands down to the mat or blocks if you're using blocks. Slide your hips back and straighten your left leg. And then inhale and come forward, press and lift. And slide the hips back, straighten your left leg. Good. And then come back to center. Again, we're going to reach up for crescent lunge, so either 2 steps or 1. Go all the way up. Reach your arms up, stretch through your back ribs, lift up through the back ribs. And then bring your hands down, step your left foot back, and then step your right foot forward. Make sure your knee is over your ankle. You can scoot your left leg back to work on the front, and the hip flexor on your left thigh. And then inhale, reach your arms up again, 2 steps or 1. Reach your arms up. Crescent lunge. Exhale your hands down to your blocks. Slide your hips back, straighten your right leg. And then come forward and lift your chest. Slide your hips back, straighten the right leg. Come back to the center. Hands come either to your thigh or all the way up for crescent lunge. Bring your hands to your blocks. Curl the toes on your left foot. Come up to a high runner's lunge. And then step forward in 2 steps or 1 for forward fold. Use your blocks if you have them, or books. Or if you can bring your hands to the floor, you can bring your hands to the floor. Bend and straighten your knees a couple of times. And then bend your knees a lot, bring your ribs to your thighs, and then press into your feet. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And then bring your hands to the center of your chest. And pause for a moment in Tadasana. Reach for your weights. Bring your hands to your hips and step your right foot back. Lower the right heel so that your toes point slightly out to the side of your mat. And have your left toes pointing forward. Draw your right hip forward and the left hip back. And then extend your right knee, your left knee over your left ankle. Hinge forward slightly. And then with your weights in your hands, we're just going to do a few rows. So here we go. 1 and lower. 2, lower. 3 and lower. 4, lower. 5, lower. 6, lower. 7, lower. 8, lower. 9, lower. 10, and lower. Straighten your front leg. Bring your hands, your weights to rest at your hips, and step forward. And now step back with your left foot. Have your toes slightly pointing out to the side of your mat. And then turn your left hip forward, right hip back. Bend your right knee. Hinge forward slightly. And we'll do 10 more rows. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. lift and lower, lift and lower. 5, lower, 6, lower, 7, lower, 8, lower, 9, lower, and 10, lower. Straighten your front leg, bring your hands to your hips, and step forward. So remember when we're in class, I always ask you to stand in kind of a lightning bolt position. So, because we're going to do some kickbacks and then we're going to do a couple of pulses. So you can have your feet at hip distance apart, bend your knees, and hinge forward slightly so you look like a lightning bolt. And then bring the weights up next to your chest, and we'll kick back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold the weights back here. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling, and let's pulse for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then straighten up, and you can set your weights down for a moment. Come to the center of your mat. Step your feet wide. Turn your left toes out to 90 degrees and turn your right toes in. Soften your left knee. Turn your thigh towards the pinky toe side of your foot and then straighten your leg. Lift up your kneecaps. Reach your arms out to a T. Relax your shoulders. Reach with your left hand, cut in with your left hip. Bring your hand to your shin. And if you have a shoulder problem, bring your back hand to your hip. Otherwise, you can extend the arm up. Press into your feet. Reach your arms away from one another. Good. Press into your feet. Reach up with the top arm. Come back up to center. Lower your back hand to your thigh. Reach up for reverse triangle. Come back to arms parallel. And now reach back with the back hand. And that cuts in from your back hip to even your hips out. And extend your left knee over your left ankle for warrior 2. Take your gaze out over the end of your fingertips. Good. And then reach with your right arm, bring your forearm to your thigh, take your back hand to your hip. Use your forearm like a lever against your thigh and turn your chest towards the front of your device, whatever you're using. Now you can keep your hand here, or you can take the arm up and bring it next to your shoulder, next to your ear. Good. Sweep the arm down and around. Come back up to warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, reach your arms up, and then exhale and lower. Inhale, reach up. Exhale and lower. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, reach up. Exhale and lower. Reach back with your back hand. Straighten your front leg. Bring your hands to your hips and turn your feet. Turn your right toes out. Turn your left toes in. Soften your knee. Turn your thigh towards the pinky toe side of your foot. Straighten your leg. Lift your kneecaps. Reach your arms out to a T. Relax your shoulders. Reach with your right hand. Hinge and cut into your right hip. And bring your hand to your shin or your ankle or a block. And if you have a shoulder issue, keep the hand at your hip, reach up. Good. Stretch the arms away from one another. Press into your feet. Inhale, reach up. Bring your back hand to your thigh. Reverse your triangle. Come back to arms parallel. Reach back with your back hand to even your hips. And then extend your right knee over the right ankle. Warrior two. Bring your back hand to your hip. Reach with your front arm. Bring it onto your thigh. Turn your chest towards your device. Keep your hand here at your hip if you have a shoulder issue. Otherwise, reach up and bring your arm next to your ear. Extended side angle. Sweep the top arm down and around. Come back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg and reach up. Bend and extend your arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Reach back with your back arm. Straighten your front leg. Bring your hands to your hips and turn your feet. Heel toe your feet together and take your weights. And bring your weights to the center of your mat for a moment. I just want to pull this back a little bit. Okay. So hold on to your weights. And we'll do some front raises, some front rows. We'll do some presses, some combination moves also. So bring your feet to at least hip distance apart. You might want them a little bit further apart, but that's up to you. So let's just start with some front raises. And start with your left arm. Lift, right, lift, and lift. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And then I have to pay attention because Ellie, I can't ask you where I am. So turn your hands, put a slight bend in your knees. We'll do some bicep curls. So lift and lower. 2 and lower. 3 and lower. 4 and lower. 5 and lower. 6, lower. 7, lower. 8, lower. 9, lower. And 10, lower. So turn your hands, bring your hands, turn so your palms are facing one another, or the weights are facing one another. We're going to do 10 hammer curls also. So here we go. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 4 and lower. 5 and lower. 6, lower. 7, lower. 8, lower. 9, lower. And 10, lower. Bring your weights to right in front of you. You can take your legs a little wider. Turn your toes out towards the sides. And let's bend and then do an upright row. So we're going to squat and row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then you can bring your feet a little bit together if you want. Actually, keep them a little wide because we're going to do a combination now. So you'll remember the combination that we've been doing. We start with a curl, press, lower, and lower. Curl, press, lower, and lower. 3, press, lower, lower. 4, press, lower, lower. 5, press, lower, lower. 6, press, lower, lower. 7, press, lower, lower. 8, press, lower, lower. 9, press, lower, lower. 10, press, lower, and lower. Bring your hands to your hips and your weights to your hips. Keep a little bend in your knees. Lift the left heel and lower. Lift the right, lower. Left, lower, right, lower. Left, right, left, right, left, and right. And then pause. And then if you can, come up onto both toes. And then lower the heels. Heel toe your feet together. Then you can set your weights down. And since we can't, I don't have any place where I can do wall push-ups, but, well, maybe not. I'll figure that out. Maybe we'll do them next week. We could probably use a chair. So maybe next week we'll use a chair and we'll do some push-ups and some of the wall work that we usually do. But since we don't have that today, we're not going to do it. Oh well. Bring your hands to your hips. So do find yourself a chair if you feel more stable using a chair for tree pose. But start with your hands at your hips. Press into the big toe mound on your right foot. And then take your left foot either to your ankle or to your calf. Or if you feel like you can go all the way up into your thigh, you're welcome to do that. Press your foot into your thigh into your foot. And then bring your hands to your heart and reach your arms up. And then lower your arms and lower your leg. And then press into the big toe mound on your left foot. Get my bolster out of the way. There we go. Bring your hands to your hips. Take your right foot either to your ankle, your shin, or again, if you feel like you can go all the way up into your thigh, press your thigh into your foot, foot into your thigh. Bring your hands to your heart center, and then reach your arms up. Release your arms, release your leg, and just give everything a bounce. So let's do this. Inhale, bend your knees, inhale up and exhale back. Inhale up, roll your shoulders, exhale back. Inhale, bend your knees, roll your shoulders. Inhale your shoulders up, exhale hop. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale up, exhale. Let me just check where we are here. Okay, come on down onto your back on your mat. As you roll down onto your mat, hold on behind your knees and bring your knees into your chest. And rock your knees in and out. And then hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. And bring your feet to the floor. Lift your hips up just a little bit. Slide the buttock flesh down towards your heels and then place your back on the mat. Walk your hands down towards your feet. Press your feet into the floor. Press the lower back into the floor by doing a pelvic tilt. And release. Press your feet. Press the lower back into the floor. And release. And press your feet. Press the lower back into the floor. And release. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Rock them in and out again. And let your knees fall away from the body. Cross the left ankle over the right. Separate your knees and make small circles around your low back and sacrum. And draw your thighs towards your chest. Rock in and out. And let your knees fall away. Recross your ankles. Make circles in the other direction. And draw your knees into your chest. Rock in and out. And uncross your ankles. Bring your feet to the floor. Walk your hands down towards your feet. We're going to come up for bridge pose. Press your arms into the floor, press your shoulders into the floor, and press the big toe mounds into the floor. Lift your thighs up towards the ceiling. If you press into your feet, let your chest move closer to your chin. And then slowly roll down. Extend your legs and extend your arms. Reach and stretch to a pelvic tilt. And then bring your arms by your sides. And once again, bring your feet flat to the floor, about hip distance apart. Walk your hands down towards your feet. Press your arms into the floor, press the shoulders into the floor and your big toe mounds, and lift your thighs up for bridge pose. And then slowly roll down. Once again, extend your legs, extend your arms, and stretch your body. And then exhale, bring your arms down by your sides. And then I have a guided visualization for us today. So I'm going to have you prepare yourself for Shavasana. You can, take whatever position you like. If you have something to place under your knees, it would be a good idea to put them under your knees at this point. And so let me grab my meditation. And get yourself comfortable. And let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Take a few breaths in and out. And see if you can bring yourself to quiet for a few minutes. Imagine you're out for a long walk in nature. You're walking and walking, and you can feel nature all around you. Visualize a green meadow, the green of the greenest color that you've ever seen, your favorite green color. Visualize an extension of green grass that extends out to a nearby forest. You see the green grass, the green reflections of the sun on the meadow. You extend your gaze towards the forest and see leaves in every possible tone of green that you can imagine. It's very relaxing. The sun is reflecting in the green leaves of the trees, and a myriad of delicate shades of green are formed before your eyes, echoing each other, creating a green three-dimensional space. It's beautiful, quiet, and peaceful. You breathe calmly. Pure air, full of oxygen produced by the trees of the forest. You find yourself breathing a green, relaxing air. With each breath, you relax more and more. You listen to the sounds of nature, a sound passing between the leaves of the trees. You find yourself even more relaxed. You hear the sound of the wind in the leaves. And again, you're more and more relaxed. You stop for a moment, observing the green meadow, the old centenary trees, and their beautiful leaves. As you continue walking, you hear a sound. As you're walking, the sound becomes louder and louder as you get closer and closer. It's water. The water has a calm, relaxing feel. You come upon a canal. It passes in front of you. Notice your rhythm, the rhythm of the flowing water. The water is crystal clear, and it flows over and over again. You walk by the canal, following its natural flow. You observe canal barges floating and passing by. They soothe your soul as you imagine these are your worries, your fears. But as the barges move, so go your fears. They move away. Feel how you may enter the river, but you don't swim. You allow your legs to come into the water. You allow yourself to simply bask in the warmth and the water moving around you. Let the water carry you in your imagination. Feel how the river modifies its flow and increases and decreases in intensity. But still, the rhythm of the river never changes. Feel your breath and try and keep it as deep and stable, even if your imagination tends to flow faster than the river. Stay like this for a few moments. Allow yourself to immerse yourself in the ebb and flow of the water. You can sense the feeling of what it's like to float and flow in the river of life. You can take this feeling into all your daily actions and thoughts. You see a beach on the horizon, and you walk to get there. You follow the stream and its flow and its pace, and finally you arrive at the beach. Visualize the small beach near the canal. The canal empties into the blue sea, where the golden sand meets the shore. You lie on the sand and delight in the warmth. The energy of the sun accumulated in the grains of sand penetrates your back, relaxing you. You feel that accumulated heat and how it spreads into your back. It's relaxing. It's a delicious sensation. The blue sea, the blue sky without clouds, the sound of the wind, the sound of the waves, the sound of the ocean. The sun strikes your arms, and you feel the warmth more and more. The sun warms your chest and your legs. Your legs sink heavier and heavier into the sand. You hear the rhythmic, balanced sound of the waves that seem to rock in the calm blue sea under this precious blue sky. Again, you hear the sound of wind. You can sense the canal waters becoming one with the ocean. Listen to its flow and its energy, expanding and expanding. You become aware of your body and mind, resting relaxed, more and more relaxed. Now you can begin to bring your awareness to your breath back to your body. Begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Make circles with your ankles and your wrists. And draw your knees in towards your chest. And rock them in and out. And then slowly roll to your right side and pause there for a moment. Take a long, slow, deep breath in, and a long, slow, deep breath out. And now gently press into the floor with your left hand, and come to sit up in Siddhasana. Now, unmute the microphones so that you can know. Bring your hands to your heart center and lower your head, reminding us to surrender to the wisdom and intuition that resides in the heart. May the long time shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way home.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.